Welcome back to Good Taste Gwinnett, powered by Jackson EMC. I want to once again thank Publix, the official grocer, and Belk Mall of Georgia, the official retailer of Good Taste Gwinnett. Keep your eyes open later in the show to see if you are chosen as a prize winner. Over the next 2 weeks, we will be giving away some amazing prizes. When you registered, it made you eligible to win. Make sure you watch both weeks as we will be giving away a bunch of great prizes, including 2 trips to Christmas at Gaylord Opryland, as well as a Breville the Smart Oven Air Fryer Pro, compliments of Jackson EMC. If your name is chosen, you will receive an email with details on how to claim your prize. As we cook and prepare food in the kitchen, many of us recycle. I wanted to take a minute and remind everyone that Saturday, November 6th marks the return of America Recycles Day, ARD, a national initiative of Keep America Beautiful. First established by the National Recycling Coalition in 1997, ARD represents the only nationally recognized day dedicated to encouraging Americans to recycle and buy recycled products. This event is brought to you by Gwinnett County Solid Waste and Gwinnett Clean and Beautiful. You have the opportunity to drop off items that are typically more difficult to recycle, such as electronics, tires, and paint. Paper shredding will also be available, as well as clothing and sneaker collection. So start gathering your items and bring them to Coolray Field, home of the Gwinnett Stripers in Lawrenceville, on Saturday, November 6th between 9 a.m. and noon. Here's some things to remember before you come. Paper shredding is limited to 5 copier paper boxes. Electronics recycling is free except for TV monitors and printers. Oil and latex paint will be accepted and limited to 10 gallons per vehicle. Latex paint cans must contain only 25% wet paint or less. Boxes and containers will not be returned. Check out gwinnettcb.org for more details. Now, before we prepare our next dish together at one of my favorites, Uncle Jack's Meathouse, let's watch a couple of messages from tonight's sponsors. Today, we are at Uncle Jack's Meathouse in Peachtree Corners with my friend Chef Dylan. You know, they're about to open a new restaurant, Uncle Jack's Tavern in Lawrenceville. I cannot wait. It's only a block and a half from the Aurora Theater, so I am going to be so happy when that restaurant opens. I'm your host, Anthony Rodriguez, and we're gonna do some incredible cooking today. Start to finish, we're gonna make this incredible recipe. So Chef, tell us what we're doing today.
So today we're gonna do one of our dishes coming from Jack's Tavern, and it is a Jumbo Fully-loaded Tater Tot.
Oh, I love tater tots.
So it's house-made, rolled, and then with a spiced sour cream, and then bacon lardons on top, and then cheddar and chipotle ketchup. So we have just our potato, and we par-cooked this, blanched it for 8 minutes, and then shocked it into ice water, just to kind of soften it up a little bit. If you find any, hash brown kind of potatoes at the grocery store, they work just fine. Or you can just shave your own potatoes, but really all you're just looking for is shards of potato that you can kind of form into a tater tot. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this potato, and through the kind of cheese grater side, we're just gonna grate the potato into there.
Okay. How many restaurants have y'all opened in the last few years?
So in the last few years, we started, our pioneer restaurant was Duluth, right there off Sugarloaf Parkway. And we expanded. Willie Deagle brought the company down here from New York. And it was so successful, and it's been open 4 years now, and we've built this guest, relationship with the community, and they just love us there, and it's enabled us to expand. So in the last 2 years, we've opened 4 restaurants.
Yeah, now this Peachtree Corners one, super exciting place to be, and it has only been open less than a year, right?
About 6 months.
Yeah.
We opened in March.
But it's doing really well.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're starting to love us in the community. We're going out there, and just telling people who we are. And people are starting to book parties here in our Ric Flair room, and they're just loving us here.
Super fun place to be, friends. They've got an exciting atmosphere. Like I said, I can't wait for the Uncle Jack's Tavern to open in downtown Lawrenceville. It's going to be just a game changer. We've got some great restaurants. It's going to be a nice addition to all of that. Give people some variety of things to choose from. And from what you're saying, a beautiful outdoor space and bar. People get to hang out when the weather's beautiful. Like I said, I'm super excited. Yes. So what happens next?
Okay, so now that we have our shaved potato, we're just going to add all of our fully loaded ingredients to it. So we need our egg, our cheese, and our bacon there.
Okay.
1 egg goes right in.
Okay.
And then we're going to do about 2 ounces of shaved cheddar.
2 ounces?
Yes, sir. And then we have our finely chopped bacon. This one you want to be a tiny bit smaller than what you're going to put on the presentation, so it'll roll into it and not be giant chunks of bacon. And so about 2 ounces of that. That's perfect.
So to this we'll also add some chopped chives.
Yes, sir.
Then we just mix it all together.
Yes. And
by
then
hand.
By hand. And then we're just going to roll it into a perfect cylinder, and then we're just going to fry it. And then the starch of the potato will hold it all together with the egg, and it'll fry in the fryer. And then it takes about 6 minutes in the 350-degree fryer to get golden brown and hot inside. And then you're going to have these perfect torchons of like wrapped cylinders of giant tater tots.
And torchon, as you said earlier to me, means towel.
Yes, so just rolled into something like that. We're going to use plastic wrap.
So this is the perfect thing to ask your children to do, because we're going to get messy here, right?
And then in that mix, as you're mixing it, this is when you'll want to add your salt and pepper. So in the recipe, it just calls for 1 tablespoon. And so that would be that.
You put what you like in here. If your version of, a loaded baked potato or a loaded tater tot is different than Chef Dylan's, then do that, right? You put the flavors in it that you like. I, for one, I'm going to put some jalapeno or habanero in here to jack up that heat, right?
Sounds great. Yeah. So we have our mixture, and we're just going to add our chopped chives, about 3 chives fully chopped. And then once you mix it all together, all the egg and then the starch of the potato will have it stick together, and we're just going to roll it into a cylinder.
So just pour it out here?
Yeah, so just right here on the baking sheet.
Okay.
Now we usually use plastic wrap, but the problem with using plastic wrap is when you cut it and all that, sometimes you might get some plastic in it.
Right.
Whereas with this non-stick baking sheet, you can see the paper and there's nothing that'll get stuck. We have our tater tot, and we're just going to form it with our hands into kind of the cylinder that we're going to use. And then you're going to take the corners of the baking sheet and then just roll it. And
I like the fact that I'm learning as much as you all are at home. I've never done this.
And so this will just tighten everything together and get it, perfectly cylinder. And you're just going to use your fingertips and just keep pressing. And then we'll just bring our baking sheet back.
Ooh.
And then clean up the ends. And then we're going to just cut it in half here. And then once it's cut in half, we're going to reform it into our perfect cylinder. And then we're just going to drop this into the fryer at 350 for 6 minutes.
If folks at home don't have a deep fryer, what would be the best way to do this?
Best way would just be a pot. We use canola oil, and you just fill it up, and using a thermometer, you just get it to 350 degrees by manipulating the heat, and then you're ready to go. And we do a chipotle ketchup. It's chipotle and adobo, and just blend it up with ketchup. And then you know, you can add more chipotle or less depending on your heat index. Like,
yeah, they do come in a little can. They're in an adobo sauce,
Yes, sir.
and it is spicy. So use one, use two, feel it out for yourself. But you've been warned, okay? So you mix that just with ketchup?
Yes, that's it.
Fantastic.
We did a 50-50 kind of ratio. We're gonna start plating that. And so we have our chipotle ketchup, and you're just gonna do a little bit on the bottom, right on the edge, and then just take your spoon and swoosh it.
Super fancy. Super fancy swoosh.
And then in the meantime, we're gonna make our spiced sour cream.
So you're just taking regular sour cream.
Regular sour cream.
And what are you going to spice it with?
We're gonna use a Cajun kind of mix that we make. So it's little bits of chipotle, cayenne, you know, all kind of paprika. But you can also just buy the pre-made Cajun.
Right. So
at the
you can
store.
either make your own or buy a regular Cajun seasoning.
And then this will be up to you as well, how much you want to spice. I'm gonna do about 1 teaspoon, just like that. And then a little bit of, this is our Steak Doctor seasoning that we make just, you know, we sell it at the restaurants, but it's Willie's special blend of salt, kosher salt, you know, pink Himalayan salt, Italian pepper. There's bits of ash in it to give like a char on our steaks. So we've thought all this out, and you can come buy it and you put it on anything at your house and it's 10 times better.
I did not know that you could buy that.
Oh yeah. So then we're just gonna mix this up until it gets fully incorporated. So we have just taken our tater tots out of the fryer. That was 6 minutes at a 350 degree. They formed into perfect, nice little cylinders, giant jumbo fully loaded tater tots for your enjoyment. And we're gonna just start plating these. So here at the restaurant, we like to do one there at the end of the rainbow of the swoosh. And then one catty corner standing up.
Nice.
And then we're gonna take our spiced sour cream and we're just gonna do a tiny little dollop.
Yeah, tiny. I like it.
On each one. And then now we're just gonna decorate it with our fully loaded.
Just keep loading.
We got our cheddar. And then we have our bacon lardons. So these are just kind of 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch cubes of bacon. And then we're just gonna place these harmoniously around the plate.
Lardons, big chunks of bacon. We have been here at Uncle Jack's Meathouse with Chef Dylan cooking up these amazing fully loaded jumbo tater tots. I can't wait to taste them and to share that with you. Today I am here at Uncle Jack's Meathouse with my good friend Chef Dylan, and we are about to taste these amazing jumbo tater tots with bacon lardons and spiced sour cream and chipotle ketchup. This is going to be absolutely spectacular. Chef Dylan, tell us about the experience at Uncle Jack's Meathouse. Tell us more about this dish if you want. What inspired you to make this to our friends while I dig into this amazingness?
So this is one of our appetizers on our new Jack's Tavern menu in Lawrenceville. So we tried to do really cool, you know, takes on traditional tavern food. So this is a fully loaded jumbo tater tot. We make in-house. We shave the potato and then add all the fully loaded toppings inside, and then fry it into perfect cylinders, and then, you know, give it that heat with that chipotle ketchup and spiced sour cream. So we've tried to recreate a bunch of dishes like this and just give a great tavern experience that's very unique that you've probably never had, where it's you know, the old tavern meets the new, and that's really our company. It's new old hospitality. So
Chef, this is going to be a huge hit. I mean, it's a huge tater tot, and then you've got this incredible chipotle ketchup on there. But this is so crispy, so delicious. The lardons help so much, and the spiced sour cream. It all just comes together in a really beautiful way. And I like the heat level of that chipotle ketchup. I really enjoy that. Come on down to Uncle Jack's Meathouse in Peachtree Corners, or the one in Duluth, or the one that's coming in Lawrenceville, Uncle Jack's Tavern. They're always spectacular. You're going to be treated like family when you walk in that door. If you ask for Chef Dylan and he's here, he's going to come out to your table and he's going to be happy to chit-chat with you and your family. When I see you again, we'll be cooking. Man, that was amazing. Who knew that tater tots could be so delicious? Thank you, Chef Dylan. We are so looking forward to the opening of Uncle Jack's Tavern coming to Lawrenceville any day now. It's exciting to watch all the progress, and I can't wait to eat there once it opens. It's only a few steps from Aurora Theater. I want to take a minute to thank the Gwinnett Daily Post for their continued support in bringing these virtual events to the community in a fun and interactive way. It's been my pleasure to be with all of you this evening and share these culinary experiences. The Gwinnett Daily Post had been a part of this community since 1995 and provides events like tonight's Good Taste virtual event, as well as their upcoming Gwinnett Health Fair, which will be a free live event on November 6th at Bogan Park in Beaufort. This event is sponsored by Publix, Clover Health, and Northeast Georgia Health System. Learn about this and other events at GwinnettHealthFairs.com. I also wanted to mention a live, exciting event coming in just a few days as Gold Over America performs at Gas South Arena, formerly Infinite Energy Center, right here in Gwinnett. The Gold Over America Tour, starring Simone Biles, is a celebration of powerful female athletes who, together, are a united force proudly representing the sport of women's gymnastics and inspiring the next generation of athletes. Biles and an all-star team of gymnasts will celebrate world-class gymnastics in the afterglow of the world's preeminent international competition in a way you've never seen before, their way. The Gold Over America Tour will be a high-octane, fun-filled experience that will not only showcase athletic brilliance, but also showcase each athlete's own inspiring championship journey and bring the audience closer to the action than ever before. Again, it's October 26th. Visit GasSouthDistrict.com to get your tickets today. And now, let's start cooking again.